Oh, that's beautiful. That's great.
Okay.
All right, I'm here with Jay Jaudon, who is the pickleball guru down in Bradenton, Florida. Jay, tell me a bit about where you work and the municipal facility where you work.
Yeah, I work here with Manatee County Parks. Um, we have a big main facility here in Bradenton, Florida, called GT Bray Park. We also have some smaller community parks, like Lakewood Ranch Park. We have 6 courts at the high school there. But here at GT Bray, we have 20 courts, 14 covered.
That's amazing. I was just there and it is incredibly beautiful.
Nice,
And you
nice.
helped design it?
I did help design it, and we had existing 8 hard court tennis courts. We kind of retrofitted to 20 pickleball courts.
And you said you had a bit of a vision of how the layout would be and some goals. What were you thinking there with the layout?
Yeah, for the layout, I wanted more of a, spectator venue, more of a community feel instead of you know, a prison kind of feel. So I have the sides more open, and some courtyards with some tables in it besides rather than bleachers or things like that. To make it, the fences are lower, 4-foot fences, to make it more of a, you know, laid back kind of park, like you can take your lunch and eat and watch players play and just enjoy spectating pickleball as well.
It's awesome. And Jay, how did you get into pickleball?
Oh, I got into pickleball about 9.5 years ago, I would say. Um, some guy, I started with tennis here, running a lot of tennis leagues and things like that. And then someone from the pool, Steve Munier, taught me the game of pickleball.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
And how has your pickleball evolved?
Pickleball, it has evolved from taped lines on the tennis courts to portable nets, then going to a nice, you know, permanent courts area, as you can see. But I mean, leagues are the same. Tournaments. I've always had fun recreational leagues, private lessons, group lessons, things like that. Fun tournaments. But that's about the same.
All right. When did you start organizing pickleball?
Oh, I started organizing probably 6 months after I started playing. I loved, helping people and getting, you know, improving people and watching them grow as a player.
Nice. And what's your favorite event to run?
Favorite event to run? I always like the team tournaments. 2 men, 2 women on a team. Um, yeah, those are my favorite to run, because everyone's cheering for your team. Even when you're watching on the side, you're not just sitting there waiting for your doubles team to play. You're cheering on your team. So it makes it more of a team sport, which I like. I come from, soccer and baseball and those kind of backgrounds. So I think having a team atmosphere tournament, I like the best.
Awesome. And what's been your most successful event?
Most successful event? Um, I don't know about event, but are always my group clinics and drills and skills sessions with about, 8 people on a court is always, it fills up, and I would say 2 minutes when I post it out on to the community.
And what's your biggest pain as a pickleball organizer?
The biggest pain? Um, Now I know it used to be when I do have a clinic or a lesson planned and the weather doesn't incorporate, the rain or something. But with covered courts, it helps a lot. You don't really cancel a lot, which is in favor of a place like this.
Lucky you.
Yeah, right. It's all good.
What would you say your biggest strength is as a pickleball organizer?
Biggest strength I think I have, and what I think other organizers should have as well, is tailoring. Um, Say you have a high level and a lower level on the court. We try not to do that. Is trying to, make it worthwhile and teach both at the same time, effectively.
So you managed to do that?
Yes, I think if you're a good instructor, you can manage that instead of having them do cooperative, having to do, hard. They can be more cooperative together, and having hey, I'm gonna feed a lot more balls this one. I don't want you all to you know kind of the coach needs to modify it a little bit better.
Okay. And what is your favorite format?
Format for
A league, tournament, whatever you
okay,
like to put out there.
okay, favorite format I like for league play especially. For I call it, I like a recreational. I call it a fun recreational social league. That's what I kind of, intermediate, 2.5 to 3.5 level players. I think that's so for the first 30 minutes, so I get 40 people come out for it, and for the first 30 minutes, I'll go over a specific thing I want them to work on. So sometimes I do returning, sometimes I do third shot drive, sometimes I do drop. So for that first 30 minutes, I'll cover something and have them drill that specific stroke. And then after that, then I'll start the fun ladder league format where maybe 5 people are on a court and everyone plays everybody that night, maybe an hour and a half long session there. So everything, and then winner of the next week will move up, and then loser the next week will move down. So a fun, for the first 30 minutes, a fun, drill session working on something. And then after that, at the next hour and a half is the ladder league format.
And you shared a template for the score sheet that you do for that type of ladder. And I'll share that with
Okay.
PickleVisor subscribers.
Nice, nice. Yeah, share it. The more we can share this kind of information, the better for other coaches. We got to help each other out.
We do. We do. And what new thing do you want to try?
What new thing I do want to try is more video analysis of players, and of say of a match. Say if you can video a match. I think Play Site I think is one, a new kind of cool software. I'm looking into that and other softwares as well. I want more. I think more technology, maybe in lessons as well, so they can watch it later. I know some of my students have, just set up their own personal cameras, but I think I can do better with that.
That's great. Thank you. Um, I want to go back to the team format that you mentioned. Tell me
Okay.
how you run your team events, because I know that's a lot of something a lot of people are experimenting with, and there's kind of different ways to do it.
Team tournaments, yeah. So I have 2 men, 2 women on a team. I usually separated like 3, 5 and up players or 3, 5 and below, but you can separate into more divisions. Um, so I had one. So a team match will consist of four, I guess, 4 games. Okay, one team match consists of 4 games. One game is men's doubles, one game is women's doubles, and then 2 mixed double games. A game, I would say the 15 win by 1. Okay, because points will matter. So I'll say, hey, your team is gonna play this team, and then so how it will work is you'll play men's doubles and women's doubles first, and then right after that, you stay on the same 2 courts and play your mixed doubles number 1 team and mixed doubles number 2 team. And what at first, you live and learn. I ran one, and and then it went to mixed doubles, and then one team says, "Oh, I want to see who the other team's going to put out first." And that gets a little complicated. So before the tournament, I had the the team captain say which team was number one and which team was number two, and they couldn't switch it throughout the tournament, which helped a lot. You live it doing these things, but yeah. So it's a round robin kind of thing. I mean, you can tie 2-2 in the round robin, and that's it. You don't. There's no. I know now. There's what's that singles thing? The Dream Breaker. Yeah, there you go. Dream Breaker, and
the Dream Breaker.
I didn't like that for for doubles players, especially not professional, because some people aren't as fit as these pros.
Right, I've seen injuries in those singles tiebreakers.
Yeah.
So how do you do the tie? How do you handle the tiebreaker?
So in round robin, I left it as a tie, because I usually do pool play for all my tournaments, and then top two out of your pool will move on. And then it goes to the bracket. So if you have two pools, then there's only 4 teams moving on. One plays two plays one from the other pool.
Okay.
So if I do need a tiebreaker, I always made the number one mixed doubles team play out one more game.
Okay.
That's how or you say let's play to 5 points for that number one. So it makes a big difference who's if they put their number one team in mixed or number two. I mean, some people want to stack it, but if they tie 2-2, that's going to hurt them.
So you have them sometimes play a game to 5?
The game to 5 for I guess the Dream Breaker for the number one. Yes.
Awesome.
All right.
Awesome. And do people mind waiting around watching their teammates play?
Oh, they love that. I think a team atmosphere, people cheering you on is what makes it fun.
Okay. And what's the sweet spot for the number of teams in each event?
The sweet spot for number of teams is definitely you need at least 10 teams in each division is the best. I mean, so 10, 15, 20 teams in each division that you can manage that. I like having pools of 5.
Okay.
Because everyone is guaranteed 4 games, 4 matches.
Yeah.
But in team play, you're guaranteed 8 in that because you're playing men's and mixed. If you're a male,
that's a lot.
But it's a lot. So everyone's guaranteed a lot of play, and I mean, and then if you're the top 2 out of your pool play, you move on. So you're guaranteed more than that. So.
And how long does it take from beginning to end?
I would say I always give myself 15 minutes per 15-minute game.
A 15-point game.
15-point game, yes.
Got it.
Yes.
Okay. But so how long for, say a 10-team division, how long would that event take?
Oh, I'd have to do that. I'd have to crunch the numbers on that. I mean, I would say 3 hours, 4 hours.
Okay.
For that whole thing to run.
All right.
And then,
All right.
I would give or take that.
And do you use any software, or are you a pen and paper kind of guy?
I'm an old school guy. I look young, but everything's old school with me. So that's another thing I need to work on is definitely, doing more software stuff, things like that.
Yeah.
Because players do want to see their results on their phone, But I always have a table where I in a clipboard with me, so I'll have a double check there. My clipboard will have the scores and everything, and also the table that players can see at all times as well. Okay. Which I think I think that's what organizers need to do more of. Is if they're doing it on paper, is to have a board where the players can view the results of what did the other team score. Things like who do I play next, that kind of stuff.
Yes, that creates a lot of excitement.
It's definitely beneficial.
Yeah, and engages people too.
Yeah, well, it creates a lot of nervousness for other players too. But it's okay.
That too.
Yeah.
And how do you communicate with your community? Is it a website, newsletter, or Facebook? How do you communicate?
Yeah. Yeah. Communication. I'm not, I, I, I don't do that personally myself, but here at the county, we have a newsletter and we have emails sent out to all our users. I mean, we use Court Reserve on the software system to
Okay.
reservation for our courts. So we send out a lot of stuff on Court Reserve. We have Rec Track. That's another software, a payment system we use for our memberships and things.
Okay.
So yeah, we send out newsletters and stuff like that as well, as far as emails as well.
All right. And I guess, are there any tips you give other organizers who are, earlier in their evolution in this area? And what tips would you give to them?
Yeah, I would definitely say, don't be, so gung ho of copying other people. I mean, I think doing your own stuff and and revolutionizing, different programs to the sport of pickleball. I mean, for example, team tournaments, that kind of stuff, or you know, let's do a league, a fun league. Um, I mean, even kids getting more kids and families involved. Have a family team tournament. My dad always said, he was a big tennis guy. He always said they used to have, you know, family doubles tournaments. A dad and a son played, or a dad and a daughter play in the tournament. And pickleball, we can have a grandpa and you know, play
True.
with their grandkids. I mean, in a tournament if we really wanted to. But I
It's
think
true.
I think more fun things like that would grow the sport. Um, hey, what's going on? But yeah, I think, and then also creating new stuff for the game, new ways of thinking, and also uh, learning and changing for the better. Don't keep the same league format every single time. Figure out what was good, what was bad, and going. I used to have I used to do this ladder league, and the games I had to 15 win by one, play 4 games that same night, and players always said no, it's not long enough. So I changed it the next time. So you live and learn, and listen to your players, that kind of thing. But yeah,
That's great advice.
it's all good.
Well, thank you, Jay. I really appreciate your
Thank
time.
you.